Well, another week of working on my C-cab. This week I got a lot to do. We're going to be busy. First thing I want to do is cut this brace to go back across here between the two floor panels. That'll be the last brace I got to put on for the body. And then what I'm planning to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the body off. And I want to start stripping everything down to get ready for welding, which means the gas tank's got to come out, the battery box, the master cylinder's got to come out, steering box got to come out, motor mounts will come out. And then once I get that all out, we can, I'll start welding on the frame what I can weld where it's at. Then we'll pull the front axle out and the rear axle out. And both of them have to get, the rear axle needs to be rebuilt, needs axle seals, needs a pinion seal, needs brakes. The front, I already made the brake caliper brackets and everything. The only thing I didn't do was I don't have the seals for the back of the spindles. So I got to go pick up 2 seals and then I can pack the grease in there and complete the front axle. Once we get it done, I'll probably get it painted, and I get the back axle done, we'll get it painted. Then finish welding the frame, get it painted, and then we'll continue on from there. Well, I took about 10 minutes. I notched it out with an angle cutoff wheel, and we got that welded in there, so that was pretty easy. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to take out the 6 body mount bolts. I got 2 in the front of the seat, 2 in the firewall, and two back here. We'll go pull them out next. And then I'll see about lifting the body off of here. Well, the next thing we need to do is get the body off. I was going to try to get my backhoe in here and pick it up with my backhoe and put it over there in the other bay, but it's really tight with the clearance on the door as high as the body sits. So what I'm going to do now is just push the body back outside, and then we'll pick it up out there, and then I'll put it down in the next bay. Well, that probably wasn't the safest way to take it off, but we got it off. I'll probably have to get somebody to help me when I put it back on, be a little more careful. I think what happened was the brake pedal got hung up on the firewall. Anyway, it's done. The next thing I want to do, like I said earlier, I'm going to take the gas tank out, the battery box, master cylinder, power steering, the motor mounts, and weld everything that I can weld on the frame up on top. And then I'll pull the axles out from underneath it. We'll flip the frame over. I'll weld the underside, get everything welded, and then we'll work on getting the front and rear axles done. Well, as you can see, I've been busy today. Got everything stripped off of it. Well, I say everything. The front and back radius rods I didn't take off yet, and I still got the axles attached. So what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, I'm going to come back up and finish welding everything I can weld from the top. Well, next thing we're going to do is start welding. I already went this morning and ground out all the joints to get some better penetration. So we'll start in the back and work our way forward with the mounts. Well, if you've been following along, I've been doing all my welding, or tack welding, I should say, with this handheld spool gun, and I got the Lincoln VTEC 300 amp power supply. But that thing is really heavy to hold all day. So I thought to make it easier, I went out and bought one of these ARC Captains you see online. It's a 200 amp wire feeder, and the problem with it is it came with this hose right here and gun, which is really, really cheap. I don't know if you can see the end of it in the video, if I hold it maybe like that. But it shorted out twice, melted the cone, stuck the wire, and it wasn't going nowhere. So I went and bought the upgraded hose they got, which is this one here you see on the machine. And it comes with this nozzle and gun right here, which works a lot better. But the problem I had with this was the tip in the inside was this one right here. You see how long it is? It stuck out about 3/16 of an inch past the cone. And every time you'd bump the tip against something, of course it would short out and weld the wire in there. I went and looked in the bag of parts and roller wheels and stuff that it came with. It had some extra parts. And they had these short tips in there. So I took this one out, put a short one in. Now it's set back about 1/4 of an inch in the cone. I don't know if you can see it. But now it works great. I've had no trouble with it. It's light, easy to handle. I can get into tight places with it. So now it seems to be working real good. I didn't film everything. I'd spend more time moving the camera around, to film everything that I'm welding. And especially here, I wanted to show you parts like this where I'm welding the frame. All this here has to get V'd out to get better penetration on the welds. I ain't worried about it too much on the mounts and the brackets, the other stuff where I'm not going to grind the welds down. They'll be plenty strong. But here, you can see here where I ground this out so I can weld it. That way I get better penetration and I can grind the welds down and make it look a little smoother in the front end. So basically all the frame welds, the radius rod mounts, front and back, and any parts that get welded onto the rear end for the rear release spring mounts, I'll V all of them out and make sure everything gets, like 100% penetration on the welds. Well, let me finish up these two welds here in the front, and then we'll get ready to pull the axle out. Well, it's been a long day. My back has been killing me. Bending over all this welding. I'm just not used to it anymore. And besides that, my hand's shaking. My trifocal glasses, I'm heads up and down, bobbing up and down, trying to focus through the helmet. It's getting really hard to do this welding. So anyway, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end this video here. Again, I want to try to keep them short. Maybe the next video first thing we'll do is pull the front axle, pull the rear end, get the frame flipped over so we can weld the other side. And we'll go from there. Well, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, helps my channel out a lot. And as always, any comments, suggestions, questions, always welcome. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video.